Okay, so let's look at how we get things connected. Obviously we need a USB cable, and my Audient interface over here has USB-C connection. Where is it? Right in there. That goes in, and then we're actually using USB, I think that's 8, to go into the push. And let's just look at where that actually goes. That's here. And that's where you normally add USB controllers, devices, etc. For MIDI and everything else. In this case, we're going to use it as our main audio connection to the interface. You don't use the USB-C connection here, which is reserved for connecting to your computer for when the push is in controller mode and you're using it with live. So in standalone mode, that's one difference. You're just using that to connect your interface. So that's straightforward. Now what we should see when we go into settings and audio and hit this button to select device, yep, there it is. It automatically comes up, but you've got to select it. So move scroll the button so it's highlighted, input and output. And then also note, just like in Ableton Live settings, all the available channels, which you can see here, we're just going to focus on using the Audient's main audio channels. And so we're going to switch on inputs 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. For now, I'm not going to worry about additional outputs. I'm just going to use the main outputs we need for monitoring. So that's it. Depending on your setup and how many different things you want to connect, your interface may have more and you want to activate them. And now if we go back to our actual tracks on the push, I've already gone and named these just to save time. I've got one named peak, which is where our peak's going to come in, and one named Pro 3. I haven't actually done any setup yet though on those channels, so starting with the peak, let's look at that. We go into the mixer settings and we hit it again so that we're in the input output configuration just for this channel. I happen to know, if I go over here to the device, in the Audient configuration, channel 1 has this XLR connected, which is for my mic, which you can just see popping in there. Channel 2 is the peak, and channel 2 is actually the Sequential Pro 3, which is over here, and channels 3 and 4 are, what are they? They're the peak. So going back over here, what we want to do, as interesting, this is a little bit of a bug. This is one of the things I've talked about that's known and should be ironed out in the next update. The stereo channels don't always come up at first. There we go. So what I did there was switch back and forth between the interface, between the built-in and the Audient, and it seemed to sort of force reset the channels so that now they're all available to us on this channel selection as they should be. So going back to selecting our peak channel, as I said, that's coming in stereo 3/4. So let's just make that selection now. And now if I play something on the, check the volumes up, check these inputs are up for 3 and 4, and there we go. So we're getting signal in. I'm just hitting the audition button for the peak. We're getting signal in. This is another one of the bugs, that in the preview of the channel selection meters, you're not seeing any signal, even though we've got it monitored to in. If we go to the mixer page, you'll see that it is actually receiving that signal. So it's very easy to think, if you're just looking on this page and checking for signals, as you might do in live settings, it's not working, but actually, as you can see, it is. So you need to flick backwards and forwards until they fix this bug. And let's just do the same on the other channel where we've got our Pro 3, which remember we've got coming in mono on channel 2. Let's get the volume up here. And now if I go over to the peak, just wake it up. There we go. You can see we've got signal on the interface. And again, although it's not here, I'm confident when we switch to mixer page, we get good healthy signal, which is what we want. And so we can obviously keep going like that. If we add another audio track, default track here, and let's just set it up as if we were going to put our mic through there. Well, you can see it's already recording. Let's arm all the tracks, hit record. Let's just actually go into, so yeah, it's recording on all those tracks. So if we go into, let's go to the mic Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. You can hear that. Let's go to the Pro 3, hit a few notes. There you go, actually looks like it's rather loud, potentially clipping there. So there we go, just turn the master volume down on the peak. Again, hitting Audition, there we go. So actually, you can see there, giving the peak a bit more gain on these Audient controls here to give us a healthier signal coming in. So yeah, that is how to set up the Push 3 standalone and get audio running in. And obviously what we've done here is we've shown how something you can't do on the Push, get a microphone in via XLR and or phantom power, and then an additional 3 inputs in our case, because obviously the Push itself just has 2 inputs. So you can run 2 mono signals or a single stereo synth.